Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Penn. Now tonight's dinner is so simple, honestly it is. We're having sausages, and these are the sausages that we bought from East Coast Meats, and they are Lincolnshire. So we're having sausages, but I'm going to cook in the air fryer. We're having mash and we're having runner beans. Now mash, you couldn't make mash. Now I don't know about you, but generally when I make mash I cube the potatoes quite large, unless I'm in a hurry, but it's always cubed. Yesterday I watched, or we watched should I say, Poppy cook. Now Poppy is the potato queen and she made mashed potato. Yeah, mashed potato. But what she said to do was to cut your potatoes into discs about 1 centimetre thick. So there we go. That's what I've done. Now the other thing she said that I'm like, oh, I don't know, is the amount of salt. She said your potato water needs to taste like the sea. Okay, when I make pasta I make sure my water's really salty. When I make potatoes I put salt in it, but I don't put as much as Poppy puts in. So today we've got our potatoes, we've got them in cold water, and now we're going to add the salt. Now that's probably what I'd usually add. And then we're going to stir the water and stick my finger in it. It's only Steve and I, so it's okay. And the water should taste salty, and it doesn't, so I'm going in with even more. Right, okay, that's it. I'm not putting any more in there. I'm gonna have to, aren't I? I daren't. No, yep, that's got a C taste. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my potatoes until a fork, when I push it into the potato, it falls off. Right, I'm not going to show you that. You can all do potatoes, but we're not going to boil them. Well, we are, but we're not. I'm going to bring them up to a boil, and then I'm going to keep them on a steady simmer. And once they've simmered, we shall be back. Our potatoes are cooked, and they are actually, they fall off the fork when I pick them up. I'm trying to show you, but right, there's one. Okay, you can see. Now I'm going to try and put my fork in it and it just breaks up. So they're in a colander, they're over the pan they were cooked in, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to cover them with a tea towel, and I'm going to leave them just like that, clean tea towel, covered, and I'm going to leave them for about 5 minutes. Meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cream. We are really indulging ourselves. I'm going to heat some cream, and it's just going to go into a saucepan, and there we go. And I don't want it boiled, but I do want it about the same temperature as potatoes, or possibly a bit warmer. So my cream is going on. So once these have had their few minutes steam and my cream has heated, I shall be back. Right then, we've steamed. So what we're going to do now is pop some butter in the pan just to melt. It'll melt from the residual heat that is in that pan, and then we are going to put our potatoes through a potato ricer. Now if you haven't got a potato ricer, and for many years I didn't have one, I used to push them through a sieve, and they were incredibly smooth mashed potato. So no potato ricer, you can use a sieve, and That's perfect. Just push them through a sieve. But let me tell you, the sieves are pain in the bum to clean out, but it's worth it for really smooth, lump-free, delicious mashed potatoes. So I'm just going to get on with throwing things on the floor and ricing these. Right, potatoes are all riced. So now I'm going to go in with about half the cream. Oh my gosh, this just seems so indulgent. You could have used milk, but I thought, well, Poppy says cream, I'm going to add cream. And then with the rest of it, make sure I get all that lovely cream out of my pan. There you go. Leaving very little behind. And we're just going to stir it through. Now, normally I would add salt and pepper, but obviously we've got salt in here, so we don't need to. Right, that mash looks blooming amazing, and I will dish it up on the plate, but I'm just gonna put some on there, just like that, and I've got some very finely chopped chives. So I need to know what this tastes like now, don't I? Right then, here we go. Poppy cooks ultimate mashed potatoes. But can I then say Penny cooks ultimate mashed potatoes? Penny cooks Poppy's ultimate mashed potatoes. But anyway, let's just try. They do not. I don't need salt. Pepper if you want it, yeah, but blimey, they are blooming good. Right, oh, it's very getting hard in here. So thank you for watching this episode of In the Kitchen with Penn. Give Poppy's way of cooking them a go, because honestly I was like, how much salt, but you don't taste the salt, you just taste the potato. So, thanks for watching this episode. Give us a thumbs up. Any comments, write them down below, and I'll see you again very soon in the kitchen with Penn. Bye for now.